Puneet ji. Once again, we welcome you to Nai Duniya. Yesterday, we did one episode in this series on knowing ourselves. That was independent investigation of truth, search after truth. And would you like to little bit talk about what we did yesterday?
Yesterday we discussed the first verse from Baha'i. Jap Bani, Aad Sach, Jugaad Sach, Hai Bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi Bhi Sach. So it's about everlasting truth, that since origin till now and further life to come, it will be truth. So it's a everlasting truth. And then we talk about meditation. Soche such na hoi, je sochi lakhwar. Chuppe chup na hoi, je lae raha livtar. So soche such is like thoughtlessness, to create a free space in mind, and then chuppe chup na hoi je lae raha livtar. If there is a outer silence, we had to seek for the inner silence also.
So we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday.
For searching the truth, we have to connect with ourselves. We have to reflect on what we are, who we are, what are we at the moment.
Yes.
And how we should live our life.
Yes.
That space is very important to reflect.
So this is the first step to attain the everlasting truth. If we want to transform our lives, firstly we have to see our own truth.
So we have to be conscious of that force that we call creator, because we see universal order in the world, and that is the topic for today. We will talk about the universal order.
Yes.
From where that universal order comes, and we define that truth that God is. It was, it is, and it will be.
Yes.
It is ever.
It's
lasting.
forever.
It's forever. So can we talk about this universal order which tells us more about our Creator or God?
Yes. So the second verse says, Hukme hovan akar, hukam na keha jai. Hukme hovan ji, hukam mile vadai. So that is, the form is initiated. Human form is firstly initiated with that connection of universal order in the form of spirit, what we call it. In different religion we name it as spirit and soul or
higher self
और नाड़ ज्ञान में अनोखे आ गया है कहने जो इनिशियल स्टेजेस हैं उस पर हमारा नर्वस सिस्टम फॉर्म होता है तो एक सेल होता है जिससे पहले वो कनेक्शन बनता है.
Can we talk about it in English?
Yes. So it's one cell which gets connected to the spirit, which manifests as a nervous system, and further, and everybody attains that universal order which needs reflection.
So that higher consciousness or soul, it connects to the body perhaps at the time of conception.
At the time of conception.
When the sperm meets the ova.
Yeah.
And that first cell is formed.
Yes.
So that cell is connected to the higher self.
Yeah.
Or the universal consciousness or our soul.
Yeah, and it is a universal process. It's for every life. The process is same. Mm-hmm. There is no differentiation. Now, if you see the multiple lives, if you see that order, like once the baby is born, even the human mother have milking. Mm-hmm. Even if you see in animals, in cows, milking is at the same time.
Correct.
So it means there is a universal consciousness which is in all life.
Same kind of order we see.
Same kind of order we see.
Even if we talk about the cell, the nucleus and the other things and its division, and we think of an atom and the different parts of the atom, we see the same order in the universe.
Yeah.
Even the planets and that same power of cohesion. Yes. Or attraction.
Yes.
Somehow that is holding all the things together, all the planets, the whole universe. And we hear about universes being born and universes ever expanding.
Yeah.
So it's the same format which is carrying on.
Exactly. So it is imbibed during the conception. हुक्म अंदर सबको, बाहर हुक्म ना कोई. That universal order is within, not from the outer source. So if somebody understands it, Nanak hukme je bje te home kahe na koi. So there are two instructions. One is the information what we carry in our memory system, what we attain in our lifespan, our language, our religion systems, our other systems. One is the universal order. So what is said is that firstly we have to go with the universal order. Firstly we have to attain that. Then we have to go with the information what we have attained in our lives.
Correct.
So getting the truth and followance of truth, that is the first priority. Like if we are given a choice between the information we have gathered in our lifespan or with the universal, first preference is for the universal order.
So the thing is that we are born as a clean slate.
Yeah.
When a baby is born.
Yeah.
And then we acquire, certain things
Exactly.
as we go along, and that gives us an identity. But it is important to understand our reality also,
Exactly.
which is that human soul or consciousness or super self.
Yeah. So that is a universal consciousness.
That is for all. All human beings have that reality, and all are equal.
All are equivalent part of it.
Now that also is a very interesting thought, because that tells us that all the systems that are there in the world, and from the smallest atom till the whole ever expanding universe, they have a systematic expansion. They have a system built within.
Yes.
So there must be a system giver.
Yeah.
So when you contemplate on this, then you realize that there must be a creator. These
Yes.
are our words. Some people call him God, or some people say Jehovah, some people say Rabb, some people say Ishwar, some people say Allah.
Yes.
But that force which created the whole universe,
Yeah.
we have to think about that also. And can we know him? Can we connect to him? And can we worship him? How do we do that? So when we contemplate on his creation, I think all the religions of the world, they held nature in very high esteem. And
Yes.
lot of teachings in all religions, the examples that are given, they are from nature, because that is the creation of God. So when we contemplate, as we said, on ourselves and the outer world of nature, and also then society, then we understand better how to live.
Yeah, so in this regard, we already, all the lives are pre-connected. Only we forgot. Because of our mind training, we forgot that connection. We believe that the training what we have attained in our life, that is the root. But our roots are beyond that.
Wonderful. That is, we have started focusing on the diversities.
Yes.
That is because of our training. We talked, I think, yesterday about 3 types of character. That is the innate character, the inherited character, and acquired character. But if you look at the innate, we are all equal in that. And that is a very important aspect of all religions, that humankind is one. Right? I think in Baha'i,
Yes.
it is very beautifully explained. Can you talk a little about that?
So what they have said, किव सचियारा होइए किव कूड़े टुट्टे पाल, हुक्म रजाई चलना नानक लिखया नाल. So कहता है how to attain that truth. वो कहता है you have to break that veil of ignorance, that mental frame in which we have stored that information. If we go and see the life beyond that, we will get the connection. We will get the universal order connect. So, but that step you have to see. Hukam razai chalana. Hukam is universal order. Raza is acceptance. Chalana is followance. So there are 3 steps to it. Like you follow this first step first. That hukam razai chalana. So acceptance and followance makes us reconnect to that universal order which is already imbibed within all of us.
So, how does the Granth Sahib portray our essential oneness of all human beings? I think it says that there is one caste of all human beings.
Yes.
Can you talk about that?
So the first sabna jiyan ka ek data, so main visar na jai. That all the forms are through.
That is very beautiful.
Yeah.
Can you translate into English for our viewers?
Yeah. So it's like that all the lives are from the same universal order. One shall never forget. So it's like imbibed and connected.
All human beings have one creator.
One creator,
and
but they forget it.
Forget it.
They shall
one
not,
should not forget.
Yes.
Visar na jaye.
Visar na jaye. So main visar na jaye. Visarna is getting forgotten.
So how does it help to have a better world if we realize that there is a system in the world, there is a system giver, there is a creator, and then we are all created equal? I think that in the Sikh scriptures as well as in other scriptures, that sense of equality of all human beings, that arises from here, I think.
Yes, that universal connect, that universal order for which everybody has to follow. The first connect is that. If someone understands that there is a same order for everyone, and there is a uniformity of law and order, which is the cause of nature. So I think,
and that should reflect more and more in our administration, in our all our day-to-day deeds, in the human world, human society.
So that becomes reflectance.
Yes, that is justice.
Yes.
If there is uniformity and if there is a transparent system of governance,
yes,
taking a cue from nature, that would help us to have a better world.
Exactly. So we have to seek the inner world, inner awareness to form our outer laws also. We have to follow that universal order.
And we have to also then be aware that what are the qualities that this inner reflection asks us to have.
Exactly.
Right? What kind of human being we should be.
We should be.
Should we be indifferent? Should we be considerate? Should we be hoarding, as you were talking yesterday?
Yes.
Or should we be giving or sharing?
So that is the guiding force of our global awareness, global cause, global actions.
That's very well said. It's a guiding force. Once we realize that oneness, that should be the guiding force for our functioning. As a global village that we have become now.
Yes.
So any other thoughts do you have on this topic of universal order and how it can help humanity evolve and become a better race, the whole human race?
Yes, so universal order is not making any distinction of caste, creed, religion, space, anything. So it is a complete uniformity which everyone has to obey and understand and get connected. So that shall be our global phenomena. So we must accept
So we realize oneness,
yes,
and then we rise above all these ideas about castes and creeds and religions and colors and races, which have created so much problem in the world.
Problem is mainly due to understanding.
Yes.
It is the way we understand. If we go in depth with the scripture, any of the scripture, I think that order is same.
Yes.
Only there is a translatory difference.
Yes. The Baha'i writings very nicely put it. The earth is but one country, and mankind its citizens.
Exactly.
And they say you are the leaves of one tree, fruits of one branch, flowers of one garden, waves of one sea.
Oh.
So in a garden you have different colored flowers.
So
right?
that's what exactly is the universal order.
And that is what makes it beautiful.
Makes it beautiful.
So we have to appreciate the diversity.
Yes.
We are not talking about uniformity. We are talking about similarity. We are not talking about sameness.
Yeah.
So we have to understand the various strengths in each culture, in each country, in each place, in each people.
Anilji, diversity is part of universal order.
Right.
And one must accept it.
Right.
It
Very
is-
good.
yeah,
Very good.
It is part of universal order.
So thank you very much, Ravneet ji. This was short and sweet, and we will continue this discussion in our next episode. And thank you, viewers, for watching this episode on universal order. We hope to bring you many more episodes, and keep watching and subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon so that when a new episode is done, you will get it. Thank you very much.